Okay.
I just get kind of anxious. My husband and I got separated, and I was actually institutionalized because I told the psychiatrist what was going on, and I would wake up with marks in my body. And I blamed my husband and said that he was beating me because that's the only rational thing I could think of in my mind was that we were blacking out and just physically fighting with one another. And I would wake up with bruises and scratches and bite marks, and I mean, yeah, we had rough sex, everybody did. But I would remember, you know. But when I told, I thought I was going crazy at first, and I wasn't a good mother. I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of myself. I just felt like I wanted to speak all the time, but something was weighing on me. And when I told my psychiatrist all this is happening, they were like, "Oh, you can trust us. Don't worry. This is, completely confidential. And, everything you say is never going to leave this room." Well, that's not what happened. They put me against my will. It was a 50-250 in Colony General Hospital, and they kept me there for a really long time and over-medicated me. And I feel like when I was over-medicated in that state, I just felt like these spirits, and all the spirits were like surrounding me because I was so vulnerable. And at that point, I was so lonely. I was just willing to open up anyone into my life. And I was like, if you're there, if you're here with me, and you know how I'm feeling, just please comfort me. You're welcome in my life. You're welcome to be with me. You're welcome to just be in my life, like influence me. And I think when I said that, when I opened myself, like I made myself vulnerable to other things. That's the only way I can explain it. But everywhere I go, I feel that strong.
What do you think brought this on? What was the origin of this? When did this start?
Well, it started in my house on Simon Avenue when I was young. The first time I ever felt like...
When you were young, what age?
I would say maybe like in 2nd or 3rd grade.
Okay.
Things started falling apart in my family. And I noticed my parents getting really distant. So I was really lonely, and I was by myself all the time. So in my own loneliness, I was just very inclined to seek other things.
So were you like dabbling, let's say, with the dark arts, or?
Well, yes, to say the least.
Okay.
My parents raised us Catholic, so they put us in Catholic school, and just kind of to rebel, my friends and I would read the Satanic Bible and study the Leviathan and Anton. I can't remember his last name. He wrote a book, the Satanic Bible.
Anton LaVey.
LaVey, there you go. And there's a book in it, because there's only 4 books in it, and one was the Leviathan. And I was so fascinated by that story. I was like, how can anyone say that this is evil? It just sounds like if someone hits you, your reaction would be to hit them back, And if someone told you, don't drink that glass of water, and you've been crawling in the desert for 7 days, you're going to get that glass of water and drink it. So how does that classify anyone as evil?
Right.
So I was just so fascinated by the similarities found in Anton LaVey's writings and the Bible, because it was always forced upon me. It was always pushed, like, you have to pray, you have to ask God for forgiveness, you have to go to church, you have to do this. Like, all these, I don't know, they weren't really choices for me. They were more like obligations. Like, it was more of an obligation of me to do all these because my parents were telling me to do it. So we were raised in Catholic school, and we were raised all these, set ways. So it was really, I really just took it upon myself to kind of, seek knowledge elsewhere and question everything. It really opened my eyes, but at the same time, it kind of...
Valerie, stop right there.
Broke
Don't
me.
mind. Because